Action! Activate. Hey, what's up? I am Gazbot. This is Action Activate. And if I am Gazbot and this is Action Activate, then with me as always...
It is I. It is the big dog on the week eve of Cosmic Fury. Haven't done that in a while.
We were going to get back to our Mystic Force reviews, but it's a three-parter coming up, so it seemed to make no sense to do part one and then Cosmic Fury. And I think our Matt Moniker commented something similar on the video last week, which for us is today because we're posting these a week ahead of time. So we're just going to do more Ranger rambling. Now, the only problem with that is we did a lot of Ranger rambling last week. So what is there left to ramble about? Well, do you want to start?
I'm excited for the first rambling. So we have touched upon Super 7's Power Rangers offerings, but we haven't really committed in any way.
Have you bought any?
I bought the retro Morphicon Gold and Black Megazord.
The one that just came out? That just got announced?
No. The retro.
The little one.
The reaction. And
the reaction. Gotcha.
Yes,
reaction.
and you got me the Comic-Con Triangle Box Red Ranger.
San Diego. Yeah, okay. But as far as the ultimates, as Fush would say.
I have 0 ultimates.
I have lots of G.I. Joe ultimates, which I don't know if I'm going to keep. I've never taken out of the box. I have lots of Thundercats, and I have lots of Silverhawks. So I've spent I have the Thunder Tank. I spent a lot of money on Silver.
I take that back. I have the Mousers ultimates from Ninja Turtles.
Okay. You got those just to go with your other turtle figures, I guess?
Correct. Just because they're Mousers and they can be whatever size.
They have the Power Rangers line, but it's Mighty Morphin only.
Yep.
And there are pluses and minuses. The scale does not fit Lightning Collection or any other. So it's like if you get that, it's its own
Monsters
thing.
Can, but Rangers don't.
Right. And the Megazords are kind of the Zords and or Megazords are a little bit small if you want to scale them with figures because they're theoretically they can go anywhere, but they're not giant size. They're still like 6-7 inches, whatever. I considered getting the Dragon Zord because I really liked how it had the missile effect blasts and stuff, but I already have the Soul Chogokin Dragon Zord, so I'm like, I don't, That being said, why are we talking about it? Neither of us have bought it. Also, the line is on the verge of being done. The last wave, they canceled some figures because of lack of pre-orders.
I have heard opposite. I have heard from that wave, 2 of the figures were canceled because not enough things were pre-ordered, but the line is not dead. Thus, why we're talking about a new wave, even though the previous wave had figures that were canceled.
And I didn't say it was dead, but it didn't look good when 2 of 4 figures.
But between the 2 Power Ranger collections that are out there, I think, unfortunately, Super 7 is less dead than the other in its current format.
That is true. And in a minute, they're going to be the only one producing new Power Rangers toys. So that is good for them. Also, I noticed, because I'm a Hasbro Pulse member, as you are too, actually, I've been getting solicitations for Super 7 through Hasbro. And I'm like, that's weird. And I mean, they must be partners for the licensing, but I'm wondering if they're like, well, since we're not selling stuff anymore, we'll keep the brand alive and just promote Super 7 stuff because we get a piece of that anyway.
So what I think it is, because they do it with 3.0 also, I think it's because Hasbro does global distribution and 3.0, I mean, they also do, but maybe like they just use Hasbro since it's licensed anyway to be able to distribute through Pulse since they're trying to promote it. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. And since Super 7 is smaller, I could see them reaching out to them and being like, if you ship them to us, we can ship internationally since your guys' shipping is not cheap.
Right. Okay. Well, so here, this is what we're here to talk about. Boom. The new wave.
Didn't think these were coming, but your boys are in.
I didn't think they'd be coming through Super 7. I thought we'd get them in Lightning Collection before Super 7. It It's crazy, and that's all new like tooling too. It's not like a reuse. Like that's an investment right there. Both the bodies are different and unique. To say nothing of the head sculpts. Now in this same wave, they have the golden black Megazord
That looks good.
And glow in the dark Green Ranger, which I find
that is a great variant. And do you know why?
Because the green light energy from the candle.
That's what he looked like when he was losing his power because of the green candle.
Right. Okay. And so what Ultimates does now too is if you order a whole wave from them specifically, you get bonus pieces. So this, when you get the candle, the crystal, this is a sniffer. I forget what episode it's from. Is that what the Vulcan Skull thing that they made?
Yes, it's the Vulcan Skull thing.
And so these might not be unique. They might be uniquely glow in the dark, maybe, but you'd have to get the whole wave to get that. Now here's the thing. You and I have never bought any, but we both feel like, oh my gosh, Vulcan Skull. What is your plan here?
I think I wait until they're even like $5 off, and then
so you're not going to pre-order them.
No.
Okay.
Should I?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this comes back to, is it the end of the line or not? Because if this is just business as usual, then they may. There's a situation where they might be produced in a smaller quantity, and they might not go on sale, and then we might lose them. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Your plan is to wait, and when they're available and even slightly on sale, get them. That's your general plan.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting them at retail, but if I could get them slightly less, I would feel better.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. I think retail. What is retail?
55.
55. Okay. So, how is that going to work with the rest of your collection? Is my next question.
They're just. I don't care.
You don't care. Okay.
Put them as their own people. I don't know. Whatever.
I had the wild idea, which I doubt I'm going to go through with, but I said this to you to you offline of like, maybe I just, assuming I can still get them for a reasonable price, get the Mighty Morphin team and various Mighty Morphin characters in Super 7 and sell off all my Lightning collection of Mighty Morphin. I don't know that I'm going to commit to that, but the scale does bother me. The other thought I had, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, you are much more of a Super 7 person than I am in many ways, as you mentioned, because G.I. Joe, you double dip in Hasbro and Super 7.
Yeah.
Thundercats is just Super 7. Silverhawks is Super 7 or a third party, but they're roughly the same price, so you went Super 7. With this, I was tempted at one point to do a Mighty Morphin through them, but honestly,
the Rita looks fantastic.
They all look great, but to me, it's not for my Ranger collection scale aside. Honestly, the price point is what deters me.
Right.
Like I just can't justify it.
Well, and I guess if you were, their Zords look so good. I guess if you were just, I'm trying to see if we can see any of the older ones. If you were just getting Mighty Morphin, it might make sense. Like not you, but if one were only collecting Mighty Morphin, because it is more expensive. But then it's not like this open-end thing of I'm going to get every. Oh, these are the little guys you got. This one. Mm-hmm. Like that Goldar looks great. If you were only getting Mighty Morphin, I think it'd be easier to invest that money in the more expensive the figures, because again, it's finite.
But at the same point, you could still spend less and get the pinless remastered versions.
Putting money aside, do you think the standard, like this is the standard Super 7 Green Ranger? It's $55, so it's $30 more with current prices, more or less.
No, 20 because remastered's like 32.
Okay, so it's about $20 more. It is a little taller, which you may or may not want, but it's bigger. It definitely comes with more accessories. It doesn't come with the fire and stuff, but it comes with 2 different heads, the evil head, the good head, extra weapons, extra arms. I'm not sure. Oh, because they have no band, so you could take off the thing. It has the old toy version and so it definitely, you get more. Is it worth $55? I don't know, but you definitely get more. So putting money aside, if somebody said to you, hey, you can have a full collection of the Mighty Morphin Ultimates or a full collection of the Lightning Collection Ultimates, or you know what I mean, Mighty Morphin, which would you get?
I'd still probably get the the remastered simply because of articulation.
Okay.
Like the articulation on these is not non-existent, but it's not really there.
They're not meant to be played with. I mean, arguably the Hasbro aren't either, but they still sell them as toys. These are sold as collectibles with the idea being it'll be on your shelf in a pose and then you don't really touch it much. So you're saying price is a factor, but really price isn't the factor because you just said if they were the same price, you probably still wouldn't get them.
If they were the same price, I would get both.
Okay, that's an honest answer.
Yeah.
Here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The one thing I'll say, if I do end up with one at some point, is I've been really tempted to get either I don't remember if red has it also, but either green or red, the standard versions, simply to make it the like toy version.
Oh, with the chrome, yeah. If assuming I don't re-get the whole Mighty Morphin lineup, which I probably won't, it's like an idea I have that I probably won't follow through on because it's a lot of money and then I have to sell a lot of stuff, whatever. But the thought had crossed my mind of getting just Skull and seeing if you got just Bulk as like our little mascot avatars. But you're gonna get both or not, neither. I'm assuming.
I would at least do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, because then weirdly, like having just the one figure didn't have to match anything, and it's just sort of like that's my little, action activate avatar mascot guy, and you had the other one. I could do, and not
it just falls down that rabbit hole if we both want custom heads, and they would be as much as the figure, if not more.
True, but we could just get the figure to start and then go from there. But
yeah,
I
will commit to this. At the very least, I will get Bulk.
All right, if you commit to getting Bulk, I'll commit to getting Skull.
I will probably get both, but at minimum, I will get Bulk.
Okay, I will get Skull, and maybe again, if things are going sale, maybe like you, I'll pick up the other. But I will pre-order Skull, so I know I will get Skull, and everything else, I'll see how it goes.
The one thing I was going to say, also to your argument of A versus B, that I forgot both times we've talked about it is. I'm already in on the mezcos, and in the box set of the 5, it's like I think it comes out to like $5 more a figure versus these.
Right.
And you get a ton of accessories too.
That's true. I guess the argument for this line then is like, well, but they have all the other characters, whereas is 3-0 really going to do all the other?
Not 3-0 mezco.
Mezco, sorry. Is Mezco really going to do like Goldar and Rita and everybody else?
Probably not, but I already have the 3-0s also, so I'm...
Did you see the 3-0 Zeo, Red Zeo?
I told you about it, and I said, oh no, oh yes.
Okay. I forgot, because I saw it in real life when I was at Japan World Heroes, so I did not
They did confirm they're doing a full team.
That looks pretty awesome.
Pull it up.
Okay.
We're rambling.
Okay.
I love the burger morpher and the hot dog morpher, by the way. Yeah. That alone is just worth it.
Oh, wait. 3-0 Zeo. Just watch my searching. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
The shine on the helmet versus the way they shine on the... Yeah, it just it's very nice.
Look at me seeing it. I don't know why this popped into my head, but it reminded me of the episode in Zeo where Tommy is like brainwashed to think he's head of the Machine Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And like it literally just like popped out of the screen. Like it's just uncanny to me.
I mean, it does look really, and I'm not I can't say I don't do 1/12 or 1/6 scale, I should say. But I've been tempted by some of these, not just the Rangers, but a couple others as well.
If you were ever going to get one as a like test the waters, you should get Ranger Slayer.
I wouldn't, because just having a Ranger Slayer would be so weird.
You have a Ranger Slayer.
I was going to say I have that statue, and I like low key think I'm going to get rid of that at some point.
The Ranger Slayer is also incredibly cheap right now.
I think if I was going to get one, let me put it back on us. If I was going to get one to test the water, I I'll put it this way in terms of I did Japan World Heroes, and the short version is I did not do well. I was selling some shows I kind of break even, some shows I make a little bit of money. I usually don't lose money. This show I did lose money, but some shows like, whoa, I made a bunch of money. If I had made a bunch of money, more than I expected, I may have bought a figure there that day if I had that extra money. And the figure I was looking at was Shin Kamen Rider.
Oh, interesting.
Because it looked really cool. They all looked really cool. But I'm like, this is a singular figure. I don't have to worry about a team. I could just, boom, done. Shin Kamen Rider. I have my Shin Kamen Rider done. And so that one is the one that was tempting me. They also had a Gridman that looked really cool. but I'm not a big Gridman guy, so it's like, you know, I don't need, yeah, I know. Well, you're in trouble. But if I was gonna get one to test the waters, it probably would have been or would be a singular character like Shin Kamen Rider.
Yeah, the thing about the 3-0 figures, they're all awesome. Everyone that I've seen, the Power Ranger ones haven't been too pricey in terms of the 1/6 market, but the Kamen Rider and the new Berserk figures they're coming out with are more in line with like Hot Toys prices. Mm-hmm. Where part of the appeal, and we'll see when Zeo comes out, of the Power Ranger ones is they all have roughly been like $100 a piece.
And I wonder if that's because once you build that team's body and suit, you basically just need another helmet, and it's not that hard to swap in and out. Whereas other franchises aren't that way as much.
Maybe the Ultramen are not bad. Those are, I think, like 150-ish.
I didn't look at the price. They had an Ultraman Zero that looked awesome, but I didn't look at the price. Yeah, but if I got Ultraman Zero, then I'd want to get like Belial or somebody. Like Kamen Rider. Yes, Kamen Rider has villains, but I felt like I could just get him and the bike and be done.
But 3-0 makes good stuff. Oh, pull up the mezcos.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what I was pulling up.
And then you're like, the Zeo looks good, and I'm like, that's 3-0. Let's look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, the mezco Mighty Morphin, they haven't announced white yet, or maybe they announced it but they didn't show it. But the Team of 5 Mighty Morphin they announced as a box set a while ago, and then this last Comic-Con the green was the exclusive, and that sold out. If only people had 2 of them. And okay, then
so this is the $400 box set,
which again comes out to $60 a figure versus the 55 from 3-0.
I don't love, and here's the thing, like I feel like between the two of us, like or don't mind cloth more than you. Like I like a cloth cape or a cloth robe. I don't love the cloth on these. And I'm looking at them and I'm remembering what I didn't like about it. Like I could see the texture. It doesn't look like spandex. It doesn't look like the 3-0 looks like what they wore in the show. This does not look like that. This looks like a doll.
I want to see the accessories for comparison.
Stitching on the diamonds and stuff. It's not bad. It has a little bit of a modern superhero texture, like what you would see on like a Spidey suit or something, which isn't bad, but it's just not what I want.
So remember, these are test shots, for lack of a better term. But keep going. Man, they got a bunch of promo shots. I just want to see what they come with so we can compare. Oh, that's cool.
Head sculpts are definitely the best I've seen.
We'll see when they come out, because they got me with John Wick, where it was like, that head sculpt looks great. And then I got him, and I'm like, okay. Okay. So you get the hands. That's just page 1 of the accessories.
Hands, extra head, and a stand. Hands, extra heads. Okay. Now it says 2 head portraits. Does that mean the helmet and the head, or are there 2?
I think it's helmet and head.
Billy should have glasses. That's weird.
Maybe he does here. Okay, I don't know. Keep going.
Power weapons. Okay, a little extra.
Oh, a glowing red one. That's kind of cool.
No, is it glow? It says charged. I don't know if it glows in the dark or if it's just
or lights up. One of the two.
I don't think it lights up. Too small of a battery. Okay, Blade Blaster and the Thunder Slinger. Blast effects. 2 dragon shields removable. Power Mega. They're calling it Mega Blaster. Okay.
Whatever.
5 blasts for the Mega Blaster. That's kind of cool. That's it.
So to me, that seems more worth it than getting the individuals from Super 7 personally.
I feel like if you break these down, that's pretty much what you get with Super 7.
I think this is better quality than Super 7 in both articulation and look with accessories.
I think it's subjective. I think it depends on what you're going for. I think I almost always want it to look like what I saw on the screen, whether it's a cartoon or a movie or whatever. I want it to be accurate. And when it's never going to be 100% accurate, but if it's not going to be accurate and it looks a little bit more plasticky, that bothers me less than this. Like a little less articulation bothers me less than the weird fabric on these.
Go to the Green Ranger. This is what Mega sold me. And if they don't have it on the site, just Google image it because there's enough reviews out now. Yeah, just mezco.
Here it is.
Oh, okay.
I do remember you showing me this. The pro shots look awesome.
That's how he looks, like straight up.
Yeah.
Like if you look at a reviewer, it looks like that.
He's just always got water splashing up behind him.
Exactly. It comes with a glass of water. It doesn't for anybody.
It looks it looks the best of all of them. Partially because the Green Ranger design is cool, but also the armor is covering up a lot of the fabric. Look at the seam on the inside of his leg there and that weird little crotch area. It's not horrible.
The weirdest. Have you seen the joint cuts on Super 7s? They're wonky and weird.
I don't love the joint cuts. I think they both have pluses and minuses. I'm saying neither one is perfect. But the flaws on the Super 7 don't bother me as much because they're more standard action figure flaws that I'm used to dealing with. The cloth on the whole thing, I don't know. It's just not working for me. And especially, again, looking at the 3.0, they have cloth and it looks amazing.
The thing about 3.0, we've talked about it before, no matter which Ranger line you're talking about, they flip it on its head and go, I don't know how you did so much for so little. Like, that's good head sculpt.
Yeah. Honestly, looking at these convinces me I don't need these.
Well, I knew you didn't.
Yeah.
But it helps
I don't need any of this
I
stuff.
do.
But it can, yeah. If I were to, I would more likely get less characters and go 3.0. I'd more likely get like just Red Zeo instead of like a bunch of Mezco Mighty Morphin or something, because if I'm gonna spend that money on a whole new line, I might as well just really go in for the super high end stuff. But okay, we've been rambling about this for a while. I wanted to talk about something else real quick.
Yes, I don't even know what this topic is, so I'm curious. It might
be the dumbest thing ever. Okay, so I'm going to put it up here. I was just looking at like Ranger News, what's going on? And this came up, and I thought it was new, and then I was looking at it and realized it wasn't new. It says, exclusive, Power Rangers Super Mega Force Gosei's Treasure coming to Netflix. And I'm like, oh. And I was looking at it. After I looked at it for a minute, I realized this is from March of last year. I thought it was, so it has this thumbnail. Now, as far as I know, this never came out, right? Well, there was no Super Mega Force movie. At first I thought, okay, this is something that's going to be coming out. Then I said, no, this already came out. And I thought it was just one of those where they take a couple episodes and, turn it into a little movie and put it out on DVD or something. But it came out after Super Mega Force. So this would have been during Dino Fury.
Yeah, Dino Fury.
And they're saying they're going to come back. And they're saying, and then they're going to have other, just like the season, they're going to have other actors coming back, and they're going to get powers that they didn't get previously. And this is all like post-COVID, so it's not like it got canceled because of COVID. So this is 2022, and they're saying how they're all going to come back. And I'm like, I guess this was going to happen and then fell apart, but it's weird because like COVID didn't get it. It was on Netflix, like all the things that would have made sense for it to fall apart. And then I looked down here, and they had a trailer. So I'm going to play that now. We'll probably get a copyright strike, but oops, no, I don't want.
It's on X, that's why. Oh, okay.
Do you know what it is now?
This is I think it's the 10th anniversary of Gosei
yes. The footage clearly is from Gokaiger.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you watch it, it does have the Megaforce actors' voices.
I can't hear anything.
Did somebody fan make this?
I mean, are there comments on the article?
Are they what?
Are there comments on the article?
Well, this is as far as I got, and then I said, let's talk about it. But I watched it, and basically they get the power blast or they knock it out. You don't see them in their civilian form, but it even has the little Netflix thing. So
I think this is fan-made, but I would go to the tweet personally.
Well, I would assume it's fan-made, except it was on a semi-reputable source here. So let's see. Oh, it's an April Fool's Day thing. Did you know that?
No.
For those who didn't spot this in the article, happy April Fool's Day, fans. Glad you hated the edit.
This was the most non-news thing we could have talked about.
March 3rd. The thought crossed my mind that was this like a joke? March 31st. the day before April 1st, April Fool's. It got this is a 1-year-old, more than 1-year-old April Fool's Day joke that got me is what happened. But it would be cool to do that. This would be like a nice redemption for that team to like do the movie and bring some stuff in. So I guess they just used like pre-existing vocal footage to throw in there, and that's just okay. Well, that explains that.
I will tell you, at Morphicon last year, I did see people in that cosplay, and it was really cool in person.
Cool. I'm bummed that there wasn't more to that. and here's the thing. I could have done a little more research, but I found it. Like, what is this? I'm going to talk to Big Dog with this. So I deliberately didn't do more research. And now I'm disappointed that that's all it was.
Hey, we got Once and Always since that was released, though. So that is a bonus.
Yeah, no, well, yes, but I didn't, not disappointed like, oh, it's not coming out. Like, whatever had happened, it didn't come out clearly. But I thought there'd be more to it. And like, what was the story here? And how did it, but it's like, no, there's nothing. It was just a joke. Just a joke. It was a well-made joke that got me a year and a half later.
Yep. The other, I guess, piece of news. So this is very late when you're seeing this video, but we're recording this on Tuesday, September 19th. Over the weekend, in the X/Twitterverse, there was some Power Rangers fan channel profile stuff drama. That we're not going to go too much into, but we will say that we don't support anything negative toward any channels or children or anything like that. And it seems like everybody who dug into it a little bit deeper, including Simon Bennett, have now seen that they're not going to, affiliate with people who are toxic within the community. And that's about it.
Yes, I agree. That was so vague as to maybe almost not be clear, but I don't want to talk about it, but it's like, how do we
in the past, we have talked about a Ranger channel that we had discovered due to a current event at the time.
Okay.
And
yes,
that creator has now had
they're gone. They've disappeared as far as I can tell.
Yes, yeah, they deleted everything.
So it's a non-issue, really. But like we here. Okay, I'll approach it this way. First of all, denouncing anything that harms children. Put that out there.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous to have to say, but fine.
Yeah, but start there.
But the Power Ranger fan community, such as it is this world that, if theoretically you might think we're a part of, but we are not. No. We exist very adjacent and removed for whatever reason, because we're not a big enough channel, because we're not on Twitter enough. I don't know. But while we have people that watch us and know us, and we have good relationships with certain people that have worked on the show, the fan channels, by and large, don't know who we are. And the few that we know, we watch them just like you all do for the most part. It's not like we know these people and have connections really beyond commenting on their video or whatever.
Yeah.
And very often there is some big drama, or everyone got a early drop of something. We are never included that. We never know what's going on. I see somebody say something about this channel, whatever, and I'm like, what? Who is that? What did they do? And then but everyone's talking about like they know what's going on, and and it's like, okay, we're over here not being a part. And this started like that for me, where I saw a channel that I kind of knew who they were, and another one I vaguely recognized the name, and two other people, and they're all arguing, and I'm like, I guess they're arguing, but I don't know any of them well enough to have a side or even know what they're arguing about. And then it started getting a little more heated, and more people got involved, and it started to look serious, and then it became what it became, and somebody's now off the internet. And as Big Dog said, at some point we had commented on this channel in a positive way. I don't know all the details, but it seems like we don't really want to be affiliated with that channel.
We don't at all. It was one of those things in the discussion. A lot of people who are bringing negative aspects of this creator to light. They're like, and people have known for years. Not us. We had just discovered that channel. Like, whenever we had talked about them and said, hey, we found out about this because they're talking about Power Ranger toys. And now we know there is some other stuff at play that we were grossly unaware of. And the second we found out, we went, nope, not following that.
Right. Yes. And I think let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Completely shifting gears. I think last week I had said that I was probably doing Rangerstop.
You are doing multiple headshots in the dozens for Rangerstop.
Wait, what?
Yeah, at the end of the last video, everybody totally remembers this. You and I had an agreement that if you were going to Rangerstop, you'd be doing at least 12 to 24 new
right.
headshots.
Yes, that didn't happen. You're right. No,
Half of us committed to this number.
I was like 99. I guess I'm technically still 99% going. I have a table. I've paid for the table. It's bought. I got to book my flight and get my hotel sorted. So like something horrible could happen, but I'm going unless something goes wrong. Pardon me. And I will be having a table selling art. And I won't be doing 12 to 24 prints, but there are a number of actors.
Doing more?
There are a number of actors that are going to be there that I don't have art representing their characters, which I don't like. And ideally, I'd like to do art for all of them. I don't know if I'll be able to, because even though we're doing this in September, so theoretically I have 2 months. That's not a lot of time for me. I have other projects I need to be working on. I have a trip coming up that has nothing to do with Rangerstop. I have a lot of stuff. So I'm going to do my best to do a few. I've already started one for Wild Force Black. That's where I'm at. But I have plenty of Ranger art regardless. You know, like I don't need to do new art. I just like to have art of the people that are at the shows. And
if you had infinite time, which you clearly do not, how many would you need to do to complete everybody going to Rangerstop that's been announced as
I'm gonna have to pull up the Rangerstop guest list.
Okay. Pretty much what I'm getting at, and I'll skip to the punchline of it. If you watch our channel and you plan on going to Rangerstop, and there's somebody on this list that you're like, I would love to get a Gazbot print so they could get it signed, but I looked at your Etsy store and they're not on there. Right. Please tell us, and it will probably get prioritized over somebody else.
That is absolutely true. Okay, I'm going to pull it up here. And then, or even if you're going to the show, that's even better because you get them to sign it, whatever. But if you're not going to the show and you would just want to buy a print of that from me, you could say that too.
Yeah.
Let me add to this. Okay, so I'll see. I got Red Ranger, I got Gold Zeo, I got Black Ranger, I got Yellow Ranger. What is that little cartoon? I guess it's a voice she did. I've got Blue Zeo, I got Red, I got Green Zeo, I got Black Mighty Morphin. I got I got all these. I even have him Turbo? As what?
Do you have Turbo?
Oh yeah, I have Turbo. I have all of these, all of their versions. I have Paulie as Hyperforce Yellow, and I have him in his like superhero outfit from that one episode. I don't have Jason Narvi at all. He would be low on the list for me to do because as much as we like him, bulk doesn't sell very well. And I don't have unlimited time. So unless somebody specifically was requesting them, they probably fall through the cracks. I do have Rita. I don't have Robo Rita. I've got the Zeo and Turbo. I've got, I mean, that's the same. I don't have her, but I have Patrick David. I got his Psycho. I have Princess Shayla, believe it or not, because of a previous show. This is the one I'm working on currently. I have her. This is probably the next one I would do, Wild Force Yellow. I don't have Gem. I'm probably not going to do that because again, not Power Rangers. I do have Alpha 5. I don't understand what that is. Wow, is that? No, okay, there's Cameron. I technically have Dwayne Cameron Mercury, but I can't find the file. So I gave him all my prints the last time I saw him, and I can't make more, and I'm not going to redraw it right now. I don't have Thunder Ranger. I have Beast Morpher. I have Dino Charge. I've got several for Campbell Cooley. I have Scrozzle and Snide at least. I don't know if I have any others, but I have at least those two. I have Alpha. I don't have Aqua Dino Charge. I actually have Gold Beast Morphers. I have Gold Dino Charge. I have a lot more of these than I thought, actually.
Yeah, you really do.
I have White. A lot of them are just different actors that played Mighty Morphin, which helps me a lot. I don't have Green Samurai, and I don't have Blue Beast Morphers. So let me see. If I did everybody 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll count that. 5, 6, 7, 8. I would have to do 8 to do everybody Ranger related to have something for them, which is not impossible, but it's unlikely I'll be able to do 8. And my priority is going to be, if nobody tells me otherwise, I'm going to do the 2 Wild Force characters, and then I'm going to do Samurai Green, and then see what else I can get done. Wild Force because we've dealt with them several times, and they're nice people, and like I already have a few, so why not build out the team? And they seem like a popular season. And Samurai Green because it's Samurai, and I like Samurai, and that's just the one I want to do.
For Samurai, just to be clear, you're going to do the regular Samurai green, correct?
I would do regular Samurai green. Yeah, they're showing the Mega mode. It's almost the same thing. The helmet, I don't even know if the helmet's different at all, to be honest. I'd have to
I think the helmet is different on them, where it's like, I think they're American-only helmets for it, if I recall.
I know
where they're like bulkier.
I think, okay, but the actual design, because I think on Gold Ranger, I don't think there's any difference at all. Like the helmet.
I think if you side by side them, the American one is bulkier.
Well, okay, the design seems the same. Well, we're getting in the weeds, but no, I would do the. It's interesting that Michael Lasky's not going to be there. They're having all these kid versions that have never been there before, and no Michael Lasky.
There's 7 people who have yet to be announced.
Okay, that would make sense because they got Michael Gatto, who does Young Tommy, has done a few shows. He's starting to be around.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe did one show, maybe, and these 2 are brand new. So like,
yeah,
but Michael Lasky's done a bunch of shows for a while, so it'd be weird if he didn't show up. Anyway, I'll be there if there's any of those Rangers that you would want to get from me before that show or at any time. Let me know, and maybe I'll bump it up. But right now, it's going to be Wild Force Black, Wild Force Yellow, Samurai Green, and then we'll see how much time I have after that.
Yeah. So in summary, we're gonna get at least 1 Super 7 Ranger figure each.
Yes. Are you gonna pre-order it, or are you just gonna take your chances?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. If for some reason, because this has happened once before with a Ninja Turtle figure, if for some reason I miss the boat on it and have to pay the late tax, I made a commitment.
Okay. What Ninja Turtles figure did that happen with? I don't remember.
The Shredder, the clone Shredder with the claws.
Oh yeah. That might come back around. You never know.
I already have them,
but it might come back around. You never know.
Better not.
All right, but until next time, which we'll be doing Cosmic Fury next time.
We are, and this is something that we can announce if you watched the last episode. We found out through me doing a lot of research from other people who have already watched Cosmic Fury over the week. That the episodes are only roughly 22 to 25 minutes each.
Right.
So we're just going to sit and watch it all one kit and caboodle. How we're going to review it is to be determined, but we are watching it together in one sitting, and then you're hearing our thoughts from there. So
actually, I was saying it was about 5 hours, but that's not even true. It's more like 3.5, 4 hours total. So it's like a really long movie.
Yeah, it's shorter than the Snyder Cut.
Did I tell you I watched the Snyder Cut and never seen the other cut?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
I wish I was you in that instance.
Until then, I've been Gazbot.
Still the big dog. And to the power. See y'all later.
Just on the camera there. End credits. Nope, didn't do it. There it is.
Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction that for Cosmic Fury, the biggest upset that we're going to have is that we know for a fact that a lot of the things in it aren't available as memorabilia.
Oh, we know for a fact. Well, we assume that.
Have you seen any solicitations for toys?
Oh, right. Yeah, I keep forgetting how close it is. I keep forgetting. Like, well, we don't know, but yeah, they don't solicit toys a month after. Yeah. My hope is that any Zords and stuff will be available as in the Japanese version, many of which
you have.
Yeah. And the suits, I mean, maybe when Lightning Collection comes back, they'll start putting them out, and they just won't come out at retail for kids.
What if they did a 5-pack or a 6-pack
of Lightning Collection?
Yeah, of the whole team.
Would I get it? Is that your question?
Yeah.
I would have to watch the show first, because here's the situation. I don't like those suits, but if I love the show, I might want them anyway. See also Tokuger. I thought they were the ugliest suits I've ever seen. I love it, and now I have the few that are available. So. I'm gonna go.
I commit to them now.
No.